lines, okay? So, so the chevrons already happen to fall on the road. Then I have a line that goes something like this. And I have an X. I have a 20. I have a Y. And I have a Z. Okay, so when you're doing these questions here, we were talking about this yesterday, you should always put down everything that you know. So it doesn't really matter what you start with first. Noah, since you're sitting in the front row, I'm going to start with you. Is there anything I can find immediately?
You can find that X equals 20 equals the 7.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to say that right here that's going to be 20. Opposite angles, I guess, not opposite sides, opposite angles. Okay, great. Is there anything else we can get? Yeah, go ahead.
You can find the Z pattern.
Okay. Okay. Well, using the Z, well, yeah, the Z pattern would give us this 20 here, right? So Z pattern would tell us that would be 20, right? Yeah, so 160 would be Y. Now you can use 160, you can either use the C pattern if you want to, or you can say that a straight line is 180, so there's that and that. Okay. Now we're looking good, but not yet great. How do we get our last angle? Hannah, go ahead, please.
Will the angle like the opposite to 20 will be 20 as well?
Okay, so this one's gonna be 20. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, you could also do those opposite, whatever you want to call it. That's going to tend to be 160. Okay. So again, there's many different ways to get from the start to the end of these questions. Okay. My recommendation for you guys is this: always remember that a straight line is 180. Like that's the key to these. Without that, you're in real trouble. Okay, because and then there's that and your F and all that stuff. We'll get to the other side, right? But they're 160, 20 going around there. Right? Is that somewhat clear for most people? Question? Go ahead.
Do we have to write down how we found it?
I'm going to say no, not for this. This will be like a one-mark question. That's all it's going to be for this. All right. So when we get later on in the course, when we get to actual real triangle section, I'll make you prove things then. Okay, but right now, no. This is like a 3-mark question. One for X, one for Y, one for Z. Okay. All right. I'm going to do E here right now. E is this one right here. Yeah, those don't look parallel, those are still parallel right there. Okay, that's going to be X, that's going to be Y, that's going to be 40, and that's going to be Z, and that's going to be 80. Okay, now, what can I do here? What's the first angle I can find? Hannah, go ahead.
One opposite to 20?
Yeah, right? So 40, this one's also going to be 40 from being opposite, right? And that becomes from opposite angles. Great, tremendous, wonderful. And you're right. Somebody else here. What else can I get? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can get angles equal.
Yeah, good. So Z is going to equal, yeah, it's going to be 180 minus 80 minus 40. So Z equals 60. Great. Okay, I have 2 more angles to get. Go ahead, Noah.
You can get X.
Okay, how? Very good. So if I do the Z pattern like this, sort of like that, I'm going to say X equals 80 degrees. Z pattern.
Yeah, but the triangle is 2 different sides.
It's a parallel. As long as it's parallel, if the angles are the same, right? Like that's the key point, is that it's parallel, right? That's the whole thing. Go ahead.
You can find Y with doing a Z.
Yeah, we get another Z here, so I'm going to do this in blue maybe. Backwards Z. I'm going to say Y equals, what was Y? 60, thank you. Okay, can someone tell me how else I can find, if I don't like the idea of that backwards Z, because I don't like the alphabet, what's another way I could have found Y? You know?
40 minus 80, 180 minus 40 minus 80.
Good, okay, right? Because remember, a triangle equals 180, right? So 180 minus the last 2. Okay. Oh, I see 2 people saying they're shaking their heads. Questions? Please ask. There'll be something like this, it'll be on here for sure. Okay, we use the same rules, opposite angle we use first, right? And then we use the fact that a triangle adds up to 180 and then 2 Z patterns. So we do this one. Aiden, how you feeling? Good. Aiden, how you feeling? Feeling better today? Okay, good, I'm glad. I was worried about you yesterday. All right, just saying. Letter E was one I got asked here this morning, and then I'll go to our warrants for today. E had to be very, very, sorry, H was the last one. You had to be very, very careful with this one. Okay, so looking at this one here, there's a lot of different things you can do with this one here. Now then, I'm going to pick on you first. Tell me please how you find X instantly.
Find X.
Instantly.
I just got X.
Mm,
No, I know.
That's right. That's what I thought we had. Is not the right. That's one. Cass, is that a helpful? Right? Yeah, good. Now remember here for this little this little thing is means the right angle, right? Okay, so if this part's 60, the left over part's going to be 30. Now this is very important because without that you can't solve this question. Okay, so you all see that because there's a square there, right? That's like your right angle. All right. Can I get someone else please to be brave? Tell me anything else we can find. Go ahead. Yeah. That's your, yeah.
Okay. The one for Sadler.
Very good. Okay. So this is going to be opposite angles, so that's going to make that 110. Now notice what we're doing here. We don't necessarily have to find x, y, and z right away, right? Like it has to be that. Yeah.
Could you subtract 110 from 180 and then you get the point between 60 and 60?
Very good.
And then you could subtract 60 and the other number, and then
Wonderful.
you get.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, right. So remember, she used the fact twice that 180 is going to be a straight line. So once you know 110, the left over part 70. Finally, for a triangle there, okay, we're going to say that z equals 180 minus 70 minus 60. So z equals 60. This is looking wonderful, tremendous, awesome. How do we get y? How do we go ahead?
180 minus 110 minus 30.
So y is going to be 180 minus 110 minus 30. So y equals, what is that, 40? Is there another way we could have got y? There is one other way. No, what's the other way?
Well, if you already have Z, then you can do 180 minus 60.
Good. And again, that's the other thing. You could have used this giant triangle if you really wanted to be crazy too. Okay, so you could have said y equals 180 minus 90 minus z, which is 180 minus 90 minus 50, which is still 40. Okay, right. That's the nice thing about math. There's always 5 different ways. Okay, and I love that big triangle question. Hint, hint. Okay. For the future. Okay, for everyone that wasn't here yesterday, are you on total days right now? Hopefully you remember this. Grade 9 review is over, starting right now. Okay, so we're actually after our 2 warm-ups. Then grade 9 review is over. All right. So I want to make sure that things are fairly clear. If things aren't planned here at lunch, do your assignment this weekend. Your goal for yourself should be to finish that assignment this weekend. And then on Tuesday, we'll go through any last-minute questions you guys want to go through. The quiz on Tuesday will take, on Wednesday, will take you like half the period. It'll be 4 pages, so you'll sort of 45 minutes-ish. Yeah.
Wait, can you just do one more question?
From like last night, Amy?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
D.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so this was what page? I lost my page. Where's the answer? Where's this one? D, yeah. Okay, D looks like this. Oh, goodness. Okay, those are supposed to be straight lines that are parallel. I realize they're not, but go with me here, okay? Okay, this is a nice looking question. Okay, can I get a brave soul? And I'm sorry you're out. No, you're out. Most of raise your hand a lot. Okay, Molly, go first. What can I get first?
that higher.
Good, so x is going to be 50 from the z pattern. So if we do this here, it goes sort of z, z, z. Bailey, is there anything else we can figure out?
Yeah, but the other one you said triangle 60.
Oh, this one here, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to say that this angle here, and that comes from opposite angle. Great. Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Wonderful. Okay, and this is the part we haven't really used yet. We haven't really used the F pattern yet. But if you take a look down like this, there's an F and there's an F sort of like that. So we're going to say that y equals 60 from your F pattern. Okay, great. Now there's two ways to get Z.
Please excuse the interruption. All students with the last names starting A to K who received the immunization consent form, please go to the nurses in the library whether or not you have your form with you. So even if you forgot your form, students with the names A through K, please go to the library. Thank you.
Okay, so there's two ways to get Z. How do we get Z? Yeah, go ahead.
We could do the triangle.
Good. So Z is going to equal simply 180 minus 60 minus x, which is 180 minus 60 minus 50, which is, what's that, 70? That's using the triangle. What's the third way if it uses the triangle? No, go ahead.
50 or 180 minus 50 minus 60.
Yeah, I hope you, is that this one here you're using, I hope? That's what I hope you're using, right? So 180 is a straight line, minus 50 and then minus 60 for the line. And sorry I keep showing more than one way, but the thing is not everyone's brain works the same on these. So some people see it one way, others see it another way, right? So I want to try and show you the number of ways we can get to it. Does that help? Okay. So yeah, there'll be one of those on your test. I had paused the video. We're going to take up those two questions. Probably not on the video, and then we're going to go from there.